We are now joined by Jemiriye, the Nigerian Afro pop singer who embodies a blend of musical talent and social commitment. Through her music, she defends causes such as the empowerment of women and the fight against forced marriage.
Hello, Jemiriye.
Hello, Lina. How are you?
You are a Nigerian singer among the most talented on the Afro pop scene. You have just released your new single, Tule. Tell us how this song came about, who is it for, and what message do you want to send?
All right, I just released Tule. Tule came about as a result of singing for the liberation of, the emotional liberation of the Black woman, or women in general, as the saying should be. And then it's for, okay, like, who is it for? For women. How did it come about? It came about knowing that a lot of time women are shy to speak up how they feel, especially emotionally, and I'll say especially Black women. It's a very, very big deal. They really, it's not something, it's not almost natural to express yourself emotionally. It's almost a taboo. So that is how this song came about, from like, you know what, women can also speak up and say, I feel this way about you. Why not? And then, yeah, so.
How would you define your music? What are your influences?
My music is a combination of Afro sound. I'll say it's, I call it Afro fusion because it's a fusion of Afro pop, Afro jazz, Afro soul, Afro, if you say Afro country, you know, it's a mixture of everything. So, but yeah, with a touch of the Africanness in it, yeah.
You incorporate traditional Yoruba rhythms into your songs. They come from your grandmother. Can you tell us more?
Oh yes, my music, you know, the incorporation is from my grandma, because I'd lived with her as a child, and she, you know, the environment, the village influenced me a lot. You know, where we were taught a lot of traditional folk music during story times at night, where the children will sit under the tree, and then we get to hear stories from different parts about animals, you know, and then just using the animals to illustrate some moral lesson and pass down to us, like, if you do this, it's bad. If you do that, it's wrong. And if you do this, then it's good. If you make a promise, make sure you keep it. But using the animals as example, and every story actually comes with beautiful music, traditional folk Yoruba music. So that's the interesting part of all of this. And yeah, I'll sing one of the songs very soon, okay? Yeah.
Can you describe these traditional Yoruba rhythms from your childhood to us?
The traditional rhythm, I can describe, but I'll rather show it. So one of the songs, for instance, it's Ajá dúró rọ̀ mí lẹ́rù, fẹ́rẹ̀ kú fẹ́. Bó bá dúró rọ̀ mí lẹ́rù, fẹ́rẹ̀ kú fẹ́. All right, so grandma will teach us these songs, and you have to like call and respond. So if she says Ajá, you gotta respond, and then you get to learn, you know, the you know, rudiments of music, even though we're not learning music as a study, but it eventually gets into you. It becomes a part of you. Like every story, there's a music, and then you start to find your own tune. So that's how I found my tune as an artist. Yeah, as a very, very young child, but yeah, eventually became an artist. Yeah.
Tell us about your musical journey. How did it all begin for you?
So my music journey began very, very, very early, like I said. But then it was just I was just singing, right? And then when I moved back to Lagos to stay with my parents, I think my dad said I was a very shy kid who did not really talk to anyone. I just kept to myself a lot. So he said until then I joined the church choir. I guess I was like 6, 7. I joined the church choir. And after that, he said, it was like a different person sprang out of me. Like, who is this girl? I became very lively and interesting. And this was where I knew music gave me my voice. And then I knew this is what I have to do. So my journey began from right there.
In 2005, you put your singing career on hold to take care of your mother during her hospitalization. How did this impact your music and your career?
I practically you know, stopped school, music and everything. This impacted my career in a very, very major way. Number one, I would not say in a bad way, because of course it wasn't very easy. You could have been doing this or doing that, but there's no place I'd rather be at that time than to be with my mom, taking care of her. That meant the world to me, because I feel if my mom spent that time to give me life, it's something I should do for her. And I did that with a lot of, I don't know, it was a lot of mixed feelings, because there was so many things happening. But I believe that that experience actually brought me to where I am today. It trained me. I became a better person. I actually grew up very fast, because you have to deal with a lot of things. You have to take care of, you just become a really, really, really grown adult, not just an adult, but you're responsible. And it just showed me that in life you can prioritize things, but at the same time, family is everything. The love of family is everything. You cannot buy it. And I love my mom, and I'm happy I was able to give her this time of my life, and I'm happy that I did it. Yeah.
In your songs, you campaign for the African child's education and against child marriage. Why is this subject so important to you?
Campaigning against child marriage means so much to me, because I believe every child, be it male or female, deserves, the right to know what life has in stock for them. But if you just pick a child up as early as 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, oh my God, I think it's horrific, because then you kill every chances that that kid might have to dream. Then you just take that child away from herself or himself, but it's usually for women, for the girls, and then that's the end of your life. You just need to become this man's wife, and that's all you can be. And this, to me, I think it's horrible. It's horrible. I don't think any child should go through this. And my godmom at the time, my godmom in Nigeria, she told me, Chief Nika Davis, she told me how at 13, they wanted to marry her off, and she had to run away. She ran away, and then she went to start her life over. And now she's one of the greatest black women alive. If she had stayed in that first marriage and she did not run away for her dear life, God knows what would have happened right now. She would have just been a nobody, and that's the end of it. So child marriage, I think it's something we should abolish completely in Africa.
Do you believe artists have a significant role to play in African society?
I believe artists have a very, very significant role to play in liberation of Africa, because if artists keep quiet, then shame on us, because we have the floor, we have the spotlight, and if you have that much, I'll say, if you have that much privilege to be, people hear your voice, and then you use it for only stupid stuff, then shame on you, because how are you going to help the people that cannot speak for themselves, the people that do not have the floor like we do? So when you have the floor and then you do not help humanity, the next generation will continue in the same suffering. And then what have you done? You've only enriched your pocket. You've only enjoyed your own big moments being a superstar. And then you let down the next generation, because the same problem is going to stay, and it will keep piling up without any change. And then we need a change. We need a better world. I prefer artists to use their voices and make the world a better place for everyone to live.
You lived in the United States for 10 years. How has this period shaped your career and personal life?
Living in the United States for over 10 years has shaped my life, because, being a blend of both worlds has helped me to see, I see life as an African, I see life as an American. And then I can compare. And I can say, oh, I don't like this thing happening in Africa. And I see how it's being done in America. I think I can also add some of my experience here and bring it to Africa. Can we also do things like this? Of course, to fit our own environment, but we can do things better, because when I was here, things were done this way. So it has shaped my life a lot, because I've been a part of both worlds, and I've seen, it helped me to see the world not just from a viewpoint of an African, but I can see the world now on a broader view, like, oh, we can do things better, we can do things better, or we can come together to collaborate and do things together.
You currently live in Paris. Do you find inspiration in this city?
Yeah, I currently live in Paris. I actually love Paris. I love the culture. I love the culture. I love the bread. That's true. I love the culture, and the people are pretty receptive. You know, of course, the Parisians or the French in general are very reserved, which is okay. But I'm learning that. So I'm a mixture of the Lagos life, the American life, and I'm like, okay, now you have to like take it easy and peel it slowly. Just try to understand the culture. But besides all that, when I see all the historic things happening here, things that have been done thousands of years, thousand years ago, I'll be like, oh my goodness, that gives me a sense of belonging. Like, I think I belong to a history here because it's beautiful, it's amazing, and it's just, I love Paris. It's the truth. It's just in my heart. I don't know how this happened. I travel a lot. I'm like, nice place, and that's about it. But I felt at home here.
What are your ambitions for the future?
So ambition for the future is I want to make sure that, okay, personally, of course, keep growing my music career, making sure it crosses everywhere. I mean, it goes everywhere in the world, and then being able to pass my message for women liberation through my music, through my foundation, to be able to help women and children in Africa, and then also being able to help the youth to find their voices, knowing that, listen, it's not going to be a smooth ride because the world looks very easy these days because of the social media. I want to be able to use my voice to help the youth. Like, sometimes it's going to be rough, but you just have to hold on. Your tenacity is actually your joy, and when you make it, you'll be proud. So my ambition is to use my music as a tool for liberation for women, of course, and entertainment, because I love to dance and I like to have fun. So yes, all of that put together in one box. Yeah.
You will release your next single. Can you tell us more?
I will be releasing my next single in, say, like in a month, and the next song is called Commando. I just let the cat out the bag, so get ready. Commando is gonna, it's a continuation of Tule. It's all of that expression put together, but in a more daring form now. So, and I'm super excited because after that then comes the EP. So we're working so hard to make sure the EP is out and in the album. So Commando is just gonna be ready. Let me be a commando for the night. There's a sneak peek of that. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you.